Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Cindy from Cindy's Seaside Travel with more travel news and updates for you. Today we have Holland America in the news, Princess Cruise Lines, MSC, Virgin Voyages, Royal Caribbean, NCL, Airlines, and a cruise port. So let's get started. Holland America is upping their gratuities. Yeah, they're joining in on it too. 18% to 20%. So if you're going to sail with Holland America going forward, you're going to pay 20% gratuities. Princess Cruise Line, they have a new boarding process for their Alaska cruises that leaves out of Seattle, Washington. And this is only on the Star Princess and the Royal Princess that leaves out of Seattle. They are going to assign staggered boarding times to their guests sailing with them to manage the crowd flow. Alaska cruises have really grown in popularity, and it's going to be a really busy season this year. So they were trying to be smart about this and work with the crowd control. They will be emailing you if you're going to cruise with them. They'll email you your boarding time. They choose it for you. You don't get to go in and pick your boarding time. Now, I love to stay up till midnight. 1 minute after midnight, I get in there and I get my boarding time that I want. Well, you won't be able to do that if you're leaving out of Seattle on one of their cruises this year going forward. And Princess also sent out an email asking guests if they wanted to cancel their transatlantic cruise because they had overbooked. Come on, guys, how did they do that? I don't know, but they did. But they did make a good offer, at least. They offered 100% money back, 100% future cruise credit, and $1,500 per person for hotel and flight costs. I think it's a sweet deal. I would have took it, actually. What about you? I don't know. Post it in the comments. Say something about how you feel about that. I would have done it because I could have. Not everybody can do that, but I could have. So I would have. And then I would have had all my money back for this cruise. I would have took that and planned another cruise. And then a 100% future cruise credit. Also, when you're booking flights, and cruises and flights are so uncertain nowadays, always book the flight that is changeable. I forget exactly the word that they use for it. Every airline uses a little bit different verbiage there, but refundable and changeable. And I definitely do that. And I buy travel insurance. So once again, get that travel insurance, you guys. Next, we have MSC has canceled 2026 and 2027 cruises in the area that we're having so much trouble. The Strait of Hormuz. So they're staying clear of that area along with several other cruise lines that have just canceled their cruises for that area of the world. Virgin Voyages, their Valiant Lady, had a Bermuda cruise plan that was changed due to weather in Bermuda, and they changed the cruise from warm weather Bermuda to Canada. So, and this happened 3 days before sailing, so they had to probably just unpack their clothes and repack that suitcase because Canada's still pretty cold at this time of the year. I do think Virgin should have offered some compensation though, and they weren't really offering that much. And it might be that a Canadian cruise is a little bit more money initially than a Bermuda cruise, possibly, but still I think they should have offered something, and maybe they did on board. I don't know. Royal Caribbean also is in the news because they've got another ship, the Hero of the Seas, that will be coming out and sailing in 2027. It's going to home port in Miami for 7-day cruises after its inaugural sailing in 2027. So if you want to leave out of an American port, you'll be able to do that right in Miami in 2027. This is the newest of the Icon class of ships, and they have something very unique to just them, a 3-story family tree house. Now, this is an amazing tree house, 3 stories. I would imagine you'd have to have quite a lot of money or quite the family size to rent that for the week. But prices range somewhere around $50,000 for the week to over $200,000 in prime seasons. Also, you can book Hero of the Sea now. NCL has removed their cake from their birthday package on board and replaced it with a photo. I get enough cake when I'm on board a cruise ship, so I can see this wouldn't bother me a bit if I had a birthday package. I really don't even buy the birthday package, to be honest with you. But I think because they have so much other sweets and cakes and stuff like that on board that you can get, the cake wasn't popular, so they replaced that. You know, you still get all the room decorations, they give you all the hangings and signs and things like that for your birthday package, but it'll be replaced, the cake will be replaced with a photo, a birthday photo. So I would do that over the cake. However, I don't buy the birthday package anyway. Also, we have Boston's Cruise Port. They are under construction now, and they will have temporary tents set up outside their terminal that cruise guests will wait in, and you'll move inside for check-in and boarding. But until then, you'll wait in a tent. I don't see that being so good going forward into the winter, because this is a long-term renovation into 2029. So if you're cruising out of Boston and it's going to be winter, plan accordingly. But they would be sending emails to cruising guests to let them know that they'll be in a tent. They're going to share that information going forward. Airlines, well, they're always in the news. Delta, American, United, Air Canada, and others have announced that they are raising their prices and adding fuel surcharges due to rising prices in jet fuel and the difficulty of getting the jet fuel. They've already started that. I just saw today on the news too that Southwest raised baggage fees an extra $10. So it just seems like it's getting worse. Some flights are getting canceled. They're cutting back due to the fuel issues. So when you book your flights, as I always say, make sure you get a changeable flight and refundable fee flight. Definitely, it costs more, it really does, but you are better off to have that so that you don't lose your money, because they're not too great about giving money back. So plan well when you're booking your flights. Make sure you have insurance coverage too. You know, always have insurance for your entire trip, your flight, your hotel. Things really don't happen to hotels too often, but once in a while they do. They accidentally overbook or something. Very rare, but it happens. And also, if you're cruising, add all that in. If you're staying at a all-inclusive resort, get it all covered. And get medical, evacuation insurance. Cancel for any reason insurance is really important, actually. It depends on the insurance company, but you have to book that type of clause usually within 7 to 14 days. I use Allianz. That's my insurance company, and I buy the yearly plans, so I usually don't have to worry too much about it. But if I have questions, I call them and they always answer my questions. Well, thanks for watching today. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. And feel free to post comments and start a conversation. I look forward to talking to you. Have a good day. Thanks for watching.